The bogeyman is a fictional monster used in many cultures to frighten children into behaving well. The bogeyman has many different names and appearances around the world, including origins. The concept of the boogeyman has ancient origins, with variations existing across different cultures. The name itself is derived from the Middle English word booge, which means a frightening creature. Characteristics. The boogeyman doesn't have a specific appearance. Instead, its features often change depending on cultural context and personal imagination. It's often depicted as a shadowy figure, a monstrous ghost, or even an old man. The common theme is that the boogeyman comes after children who misbehave, don't go to bed on time, or wander off into dangerous places. Cultural variations. El Coco, also known as El Cucuy in some Latin American cultures, is a fearsome figure in Spanish and Latin American folklore. Here's more information about this chilling character, appearance and description. El Coco is often depicted as a ghostly figure or a monster with a sack or basket. It is said to carry off naughty children who do not go to bed or misbehave. The creature's appearance varies widely. In some stories, it is described as a shadowy, shapeless entity, while in others, it resembles a humanoid with a terrifying face. Legends and stories. El Coco is commonly used as a cautionary tale by parents to scare children into good behavior. The threat of El Coco coming to take them away is a powerful motivator for children to obey their parents and follow rules. The legend of El Coco has been passed down through generations and has become deeply embedded in the cultural fabric of Spanish and Latin American societies. Cultural impact. El Coco is a prominent figure in children's stories and lullabies, often used to ensure that children go to bed on time. For example, the traditional Spanish lullaby Duermete Niño warns children that if they don't sleep, El Coco will come to get them. The story of El Coco has inspired various adaptations in literature, film and other media, often emphasizing the creature's terrifying nature and its role as a punisher of misbehaving children. El Coco, with its haunting presence and mysterious nature, continues to be a fascinating and enduring figure in folklore. Its purpose as a cautionary tale is shared by similar creatures around the world. The babau is a menacing figure in Italian folklore, often used by parents to ensure their children behave. Here's some detailed information about this intriguing character, appearance and description. The babau is usually depicted as a scary, shadowy creature or a monster. Its exact appearance can vary, often described in ways that play on children's fears. A common feature is the babau's sack, which it uses to carry away disobedient children. Legends and stories. The babau comes to snatch away children who do not listen to their parents or misbehave. This threat is used as a cautionary tale to instill good behavior. Stories of the babau are passed down through generations, making it a deeply ingrained part of Italian cultural heritage. Cultural impact. The legend of the babau is similar to other bogeyman figures around the world, serving as a deterrent for misbehavior. In some regions of Italy, the babau is also known by other names such as uomo nero, black man, which further adds to the fearsome nature of this creature. The babau, like many other mythical figures, highlights the universal theme of using folklore to teach and enforce societal values. It's fascinating how these stories continue to influence and entertain even today. Baba Yaga is one of the most iconic and fearsome figures in Russian folklore. Here's more information about this enigmatic witch. Appearance and description. Baba Yaga is typically depicted as an old crone-like woman with a hag-like appearance. She has a long nose, bony legs, and often an intimidating presence. She lives in a peculiar hut that stands on chicken legs, allowing it to move and rotate. This hut has no windows or doors, adding to its mystical aura. Legends and stories. Baba Yaga is often portrayed as a witch who flies around in a mortar, steering it with a pestle and using a broom to sweep away her tracks. She is known for her knowledge of magic and can be both a villain and a helper in various tales. Sometimes she aids those who seek her wisdom, but she can also be a fearsome adversary. In some stories, Baba Yaga kidnaps children or lures them to her hut to cook and eat them. Cultural significance. Baba Yaga's character is deeply ingrained in Slavic folklore and has been the subject of numerous tales, poems, and even operas. She embodies the archetype of the wise woman or crone, a figure that can be both terrifying and nurturing. Baba Yaga's stories often carry moral lessons, emphasizing the importance of courage, cleverness, and kindness. Baba Yaga remains a fascinating figure in folklore, with her mysterious nature and complex personality making her a rich subject for storytelling. La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, is a deeply haunting and well-known figure in Mexican folklore. Here's more about this sorrowful and terrifying legend. La Llorona is usually described as a ghostly woman dressed in white with long flowing hair. She is often seen weeping near rivers or bodies of water. Her cries of, "Ay, mis hijos! Oh, my children!" are a chilling hallmark of her presence. According to the most common version of the legend, La Llorona was a beautiful woman named Maria who fell in love with a wealthy man. After they had children together, her lover left her for another woman. In a fit of despair and rage, Maria drowned her children in a river. Realizing the horror of her actions, she then took her own life. As punishment for her sins, she is condemned to roam the earth for eternity, searching for her lost children. It is said that she takes other children in an attempt to replace her own, leading to the widespread fear of her presence among parents and children alike. The story of La Llorona serves as a cautionary tale to warn children against wandering off near water and to listen to their parents. La Llorona is a prominent figure in Mexican culture, appearing in various forms of media, including literature, film, music, and art. The legend has also spread to other parts of Latin America, with variations in her story and name. La Llorona's tragic and eerie tale has made her an enduring figure in folklore, symbolizing themes of loss, remorse, and the consequences of one's actions. Krampus is indeed a fascinating and chilling figure in Austrian and German folklore, especially associated with the Christmas season. Here's more about this horned beast. Krampus is depicted as a demonic creature with long, curved horns, sharp fangs, a long tongue, and a hairy body. He often carries chains and a bundle of birch branches, which he uses to swat naughty children. He may also carry a sack or a basket strapped to his back, which he uses to cart off misbehaving children to his lair. Krampus is the antithesis of Saint Nicholas, or Santa Claus. While Saint Nicholas rewards good children with gifts, Krampus punishes those who have been naughty. The legend states that during the night of December 5th, known as Krampusnacht, Krampus night, Krampus roams the streets seeking out children who have misbehaved. The following day, December 6th, is celebrated as Nikolaustag, St. Nicholas Day, when well-behaved children receive gifts. The tradition of Krampus has deep roots in Central European folklore, with celebrations and parades known as Krampuslauf, Krampus Run, held in many towns and cities. People often dress up as Krampus, donning elaborate and frightening costumes to participate in these parades, creating a thrilling and somewhat frightening spectacle. The story of Krampus has gained popularity outside of Europe in recent years, inspiring movies, books, and other forms of media. Krampus is a unique and enduring figure in holiday folklore, embodying the dual themes of reward and punishment that are prevalent during the Christmas season. His presence serves as a reminder that not all festive tales are filled with cheer and joy. The Bockenriders are indeed a fascinating part of Dutch folklore. These ghostly thieves were said to ride flying goats, given to them by the devil, to rob and terrorize people in the southeastern Netherlands and northeastern Belgium during the 18th century. Here are some key points about the Bockenriders. According to legend, the Bockenriders rode winged goats provided by the devil. These goats allowed them to fly through the night and carry out their nefarious deeds. They targeted small communities, parsonages, churches, and remote farms, often using violence and intimidation to steal valuables. The Bockenriders were believed to have made a pact with the devil, renouncing God and swearing allegiance to Satan. Once a year they would return to the devil in the Mook Heath, a forested area south of Nijmegen. Many people were accused of being Bokken riders, often under torture, and hundreds were executed between 1743 and 1796. The legend of the Bokken riders has left a lasting impact on the culture and history of the region, and they remain a symbol of terror and criminality in Dutch folklore. Certainly, the mama is a lesser-known yet captivating figure in Pakistani folklore. This creature is often described as a large, ape-like being that kidnaps young girls who venture too far from home or misbehave. Here's a bit more about this intriguing figure. Appearance. The mama is typically depicted as a large, hairy, ape-like creature. Its menacing appearance and strength add to the fear it instills. Behavior. According to the legend, the mama kidnaps young girls who wander away from their homes or disobey their parents. This serves as a cautionary tale to keep children safe and obedient. Purpose. The story of the mama is used by parents to scare their children into good behavior and to ensure they stay close to home, especially in remote or rural areas. The mama shares similarities with other mythical creatures around the world that are used to encourage good behavior and protect children from harm. These tales often serve a dual purpose of entertainment and moral instruction, making them an essential part of cultural heritage. La Tulivieja is a chilling figure in Panamanian folklore, often used to scare children into good behavior. Here's more about this eerie bogeyman appearance and description. La Tulivieja is typically depicted as a ghostly woman with a disfigured face, often described as having a face like a colador or pasta strainer, with hair coming out of the holes. She may also have claws for hands, backward feet, and bat wings. She is said to wear a distinctive hat called a tule, made from plantain. Legend and backstory. According to the legend, La Tulivieja was once a beautiful woman who had a secret relationship with a man from her town, resulting in pregnancy. To hide her sin, she drowned her baby in a river. As punishment for her actions, she was transformed into a hideous creature and condemned to wander the earth, searching for her lost child. It is believed that La Tulivieja roams abandoned places, especially near rivers, and takes children who misbehave or wander too far from home. Cultural impact. The story of La Tulivieja is well known in Panama and is often used in phrases like Salió la Tulivieja, meaning the Tulivieja emerged, to describe someone who was once charming but turned out to be less so. The legend serves as a cautionary tale to encourage children to listen to their parents and stay safe. La Tulivieja is a prominent figure in Panamanian culture, embodying themes of loss, punishment, and the consequences of one's actions. Abu Shalawlaw is a fearsome figure in Saudi Arabian folklore, often used by parents to ensure their children behave. Here's more about this intriguing character, appearance, and description. Abu Shalawlaw is typically depicted as a monstrous, bogeyman-like creature. Its exact appearance can vary, but it is often described as having a terrifying and menacing presence. Legends and stories. The legend of Abu Shalawlaw is used to scare children into good behavior. Parents tell their children that Abu Shalawlaw will come to eat them if they are disobedient, do not go to sleep on time, or fail to complete their homework. This creature is said to roam at night, searching for naughty children to punish. Cultural impact. The story of Abu Shalawlaw serves as a cautionary tale, similar to other bogeyman figures around the world. It emphasizes the importance of good behavior and obedience to parental authority. The legend has been passed down through generations, becoming a part of the cultural fabric in Saudi Arabia. Abu Shalawlaw is a fascinating example of how folklore can be used to teach and enforce societal values. The bodach is a fearsome figure in Scottish folklore, known for coming down the chimney to snatch away misbehaving children. Here's more about this intriguing goblin or demon appearance and description. The bodach is typically depicted as a goblin or demon-like creature with a menacing presence. Its exact appearance can vary, but it is often described as a dark, shadowy figure with sharp features. Legends and stories. According to legend, the Bodak comes down the chimney at night to take children who have been naughty or disobedient. This cautionary tale is used by parents to ensure their children behave and follow household rules. The Bodak's ability to enter homes through the chimney adds to its eerie and unsettling nature, creating a sense of fear and urgency. Cultural impact. The story of the Bodak has been passed down through generations in Scotland, becoming a deeply ingrained part of the cultural folklore. The Bodak serves a similar purpose to other bogeyman figures around the world, acting as a deterrent for bad behavior and a means of enforcing societal norms. The Bodak is a compelling example of how folklore uses supernatural beings to teach and reinforce values. The Bauk is a fascinating and fearsome creature in Serbian folklore. Here's more about this mythic being, appearance and description. The Bauk is often described as an animal-like creature, resembling a bear with jet-black fur and pale eyes. It has a clumsy gait and is known for hiding in dark places, such as abandoned houses, barns, and holes where light doesn't reach. Its name comes from the Serbian onomatopoeia bau, similar to boo in English, highlighting its purpose as a tool for instilling fear. Legends and stories. The Bauk is said to lurk in the shadows, waiting to grab and carry away its victims. It is often used in cautionary tales to scare children into good behavior, warning them not to wander off alone or into dark areas. In some tales, the Bauk is described as having backward curving horns and sharp claws, adding to its terrifying presence. Cultural impact. The Bauk is deeply ingrained in Serbian folklore and serves as a symbol of the dangers lurking in the dark. It is used to instill discipline and caution in children, much like other bogeyman figures around the world. The creature has also found its way into popular culture, being translated as goblin in Serbian editions of works like J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and George R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series. The Bauk is a compelling example of how folklore uses mythical creatures to teach and enforce societal values. The Tokoloshe is a fascinating and eerie creature in Xhosa and Zulu mythology. Here's more about this mythic being, appearance and description. The Tokoloshe is often described as a small, dwarf-like creature with a hairy body, long claws and luminous eyes. It can sometimes appear as a humanoid figure or take on a more primate-like form. One of its most intriguing abilities is to become invisible by drinking water or swallowing a stone. This elusive trait makes it difficult to detect and adds to the fear surrounding the creature. Legends and stories. The Tokoloshe is known for its mischievous and malevolent nature. It is said to cause trouble and harm, often targeting children who misbehave or wander off alone. In some tales, the Tokoloshe is summoned by malevolent people, such as witches or evil practitioners, to cause harm to others. It can bite off toes, inflict illness, or even steal souls. Traditional beliefs suggest protective measures against the Tokoloshe, such as raising beds off the ground or seeking the help of spiritual figures like sangomas, traditional healers, who can banish the creature. Cultural impact. The Tokoloshe plays a significant role in the folklore of the Xhosa and Zulu people, reflecting deep-seated fears and superstitions. The creature is often referenced in modern South African culture, appearing in stories, songs, and even comic strips. The Tokoloshe is a captivating example of how folklore uses mythical creatures to instill caution and protect against perceived dangers. The Sac Man, also known as El Hombre del Saco or El Hombre de la Bolsa, is a fearsome figure in the folklore of Latin America, Spain, and Portugal. Here's more about this sinister character, appearance and description. The Sac Man is typically depicted as a masculine figure, often old and decrepit, who carries a large sack or bag on his back. His appearance varies, but he is usually shown as a menacing and shadowy figure. The sack he carries is said to be used to capture and carry away naughty children. Legends and stories. The legend of the Sac Man is used by parents to scare children into good behavior. They warn that if children misbehave, the sackman will come to take them away in his sack. In some variations of the story, the sackman is described as a wandering beggar or a ghostly figure who roams the streets at night in search of disobedient children. Cultural impact. The story of the sackman is a common cautionary tale in many Spanish-speaking and Portuguese-speaking cultures. It is similar to other bogeyman figures around the world that serve to enforce discipline and good behavior in children. The legend has been passed down through generations, becoming an integral part of the cultural heritage in these regions. The sackman is a compelling example of how folklore uses fearsome figures to teach and reinforce societal values.